Welcome to the Explainer. Today we're going to do something a little different. We are going to crack open the actual strategic playbook of a nonprofit that's fighting ALS. This is a rare look inside, and it's not just about marketing. Not really. It's a blueprint for building a movement right from scratch. So let's dive in and break down exactly how they plan to pull this off.
Everything, and I mean everything, in this plan boils down to this one single idea. It's so powerful. It's not about what the organization is today. It's about what it's gonna be tomorrow. This is their North Star. It's about inspiring people to invest in a shared vision of the future, not just asking for support for what already exists. So, for the next few minutes, think of this as our own private walkthrough of their internal strategy. We're gonna unpack the exact plan, the vision, the foundation, and all the tactics they're using to build a powerful community and really truly move the needle in the fight against this disease. All right, first things first, let's talk about the big picture goal here. This isn't about running a couple of ads or just trying to get more followers on social media. No, the entire strategy is built around one thing: creating a deeply engaged, active community. It's really about building a movement. So, how in the world do you actually start a movement? Well, you don't try to convince everybody all at once. That's a fool's errand. You start with what they call ambassadors. These are your key people, your early believers who are just completely sold on that future vision we talked about. They become the core, the ones who help build that initial momentum and bring everyone else along for the ride. Look, a great vision is one thing, but it needs a rock-solid foundation to stand on. You can't just jump straight into executing the plan. So this next part is all about laying that crucial groundwork, getting all the essential pieces in place before the main push really begins. This is the prep work that makes all the difference. Now, this is what I find so smart about their approach. You can see it right here. It's a clear two-phase plan, and it's all anchored by a hard deadline. Phase 1, from now until January 1st, is all about that foundational setup. And only after that is totally locked in does the full marketing plan kick off. It's just a really disciplined, logical way to do things. So, what's actually in that first phase? Let's look at these 4 critical steps. First up, you've got to create a CRM system. You need a way to actually know and connect with your community. Second, you develop a clear rollout plan for your website and webinars so it's strategic, not just chaotic. Third, you get all your internal processes set up for smooth sailing later. And fourth, and this is a big one, you raise the initial funds you need to actually power the mission. It's just brilliant, right? You build the engine before you hit the gas. Okay, foundation is set. Now let's look at the engine itself. Once all that groundwork is done, the day-to-day work is driven by what the plan calls the 6 pillars of engagement. You can think of these like 6 interconnected gears in one big machine, all working together to create that momentum we've been talking about. And here they are, the big 6. Your website, that's your home base. Social media is your town square. Earned media, that's your reputation out in the world. Paid ads are your megaphone. Events are where you bring your community together. And content creation, well, that's the fuel for the entire machine. Now, I want to zero in on 2 of these pillars for a second, because the difference between them is where a lot of strategies, frankly, fall apart. We're talking earned media and paid ads. Understanding how they're different, but also how they work together is absolutely crucial. So let's break it down. Earned media is all about building relationships to get organic reach. You earn it. You earn trust and attention over time with great content and partnerships. Paid ads, on the other hand, are way more direct. You're just buying visibility. You're paying for placement on social media or search engines. It's a transaction, plain and simple. But here's where it gets really interesting and where you can see how smart this strategy is. Some tactics, like working with influencers, can actually land in both of these buckets. See, you can build a real, genuine relationship with someone and get an organic shout-out. That's earned media. Or you can just pay them for a sponsored post. That's paid media. A really strong plan knows how to leverage both. And this table here gives us such a great snapshot of the whole plan in action. Let's just quickly walk through it. For the website, the tactic is SEO, making sure people can find them. For social media, it's consistent posting to build that community. For earned media, just like we said, it's all about managing those influencer relationships. For paid ads, they're using targeted social ads. Events are focused on online webinars to be accessible. And get this, for content creation, they're using AI tools like Notebook LM to help them scale up. You can see how every single pillar has a clear, actionable job to do. It's so comprehensive. So, we've seen the vision, we've seen the foundation, we've seen the pillars. But how does this all add up? The final and most important step is connecting this entire strategic machine back to the real-world mission. Yeah, let's be crystal clear about this. A huge, tangible goal of this whole well-structured plan is to effectively raise the funds they need. The money is for research, for support, and ultimately for finding a cure. The strategy serves the mission, and funding is a massive part of that. When you zoom out, you realize this is so much more than just a marketing document. Every single step, from setting up a CRM system to managing one influencer relationship, is a deliberate move designed to build a strong, passionate, and effective community. A community that's actually capable of achieving its incredibly important goals. And that kind of leaves us with this final thought. When you go from just having vague hopes to having a clear, actionable blueprint like this one, the whole game changes. It's not a question of if you can make an impact anymore. The question becomes, how big of an impact can you make? It really makes you wonder, right? With a clear blueprint for action, what becomes possible?